Fastest lap
everybody.
for Sandberg, 2:35.92.
All about the gyro here. Greetings from Music City. We are back here at Spa for the IMPC Michelin Pilot Challenge Race 3 of the IMPC this week. First race last night, which you saw on the stream, didn't go very well. Second race, which I did off stream, basically got taken out at Blanchimont, 12-minute repair, lost 71 I rating, and just was feeling pretty sour about it all, admittedly. So we got two more attempts here. We are not doing very well in the championship point tally. And so we are changing the schedule this week. Right now, it looks like I am not going to make Sebring until possibly the weekend, which I'm a little bit apprehensive about. The reason for that is tomorrow, which is Wednesday, I got a very busy work day. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do the smart thing and use tomorrow as practice just for Sebring, and then on Thursday either do Sebring or we do the second IMSA race from the Glen. Got to see how it goes. So we're changing it up on the fly. Work is work right now is the best way to explain it. So we've also have changed our setup. We've gone back to the old reliable setup. I drove the setup last night was the Craig Setup Shop one, and I was really struggling with coming to grips with that setup in
That's
the
20
race.
minutes to go.
When I was doing my hot lapping, it felt fine, but for some reason, in the race conditions, I just was not comfortable and just didn't work as well for me as I had hoped. So I went back to old reliable. That's what I used in race 2. And basically in race 2, I was the number 1 in a 24 car split, qualied 6th, had a sensible first lap, and then we had one of the BMWs who was definitely racing aggressive on cold tires, and they had made some good passes, but they'd also misjudged some passes. And it's a good thing I didn't stream that, because I did record it. I have not released it to YouTube. I may not release it to YouTube because I was just a bit miffed to where I had the red mist. If it's lap 2 and you're trying to overtake somebody in Blanchimont and you're dead even in the corner, what's the worst thing that can happen on the outside? And that is turn down on the car on the inside. And that's what this person did. Completely wrecked both of us. He was able to recover. And okay, so we got 27 cars in this. Number 17 car, that's because of the lower I rating. And basically, I had the pace of, at the end, after the 13 minutes of repair, to drive right about 8th place, which would have been very, very good for our championship and for our ratings. And we were driving cleanly. That didn't happen. And it is what it is. It is what it is.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 71 Fahrenheit.
So I'm taking my own advice, and I am going to get back in the saddle again. Don't know what we'll do after this. Honestly, if I have another bad race in this, it's going to give me pause on whether we continue this championship, because yeah, I'm still above 2.0 in A, but the driving standards have been like in the first race, that was more me than anything else. But in the second race, the driving standards are really, really bad. So, because we are number 17, we do need to try to get as far forward as we can.
The pit lane speed limit is 37 miles per hour. Pit exit's clear. Okay, Dwayne, we've got 2 laps to set a decent time.
So I am going to attempt to set a clean quali lap, because a lot of people are not going to be able to do that. So the setup I have on the car, definitely suiting the driving style better. And I think what happened with the paid setup is it's set up in such a way where it's trying to get the Porsche to be as fast as possible on the straights.
Track temperature's falling. It's now 71 Fahrenheit.
It had a lot of stuff in the back, and the front it was kept pretty moderate, and I just didn't have any front end feel. So we've had 2 rough races in the series so far. But I have seen some reasonable attendance. And the key here is clean quali lap. All right, here we go. Just getting a clean quali lap in will move us up a little bit in the grid. See if I can make some time up here. Just trying to get a cider in here. I really need a clean race. I need a good race. Already feeling a little bit of pressure. If I make the bus stop here, I'll be happy.
P4.
I don't mind that because it's a time. Got my banker lap in, and incidents do not carry over in this series. But I'm definitely realizing I got to qualify well to maximize my points possibilities. Very important here to get Blanchimont correct now. And we have.
That's the end of the session. P8.
Okay, so we ended up in P8. 238.43. Don't think my second lap counted. Nope, I didn't get the second lap. but we're in P8. So I'm pretty happy with that. 27, and people already asking about fuel stop. So you already know they haven't done their homework. So P8, we're on the left side again. We've been on the left side in race 2. I don't remember about race 1, but I actually like being on the right side. So, but P8, 2 clean quali laps, and now I'm just hoping for a nice solid run. A top 10 in a clean race would be very, very good. It's all rev our motors. So we will have the voice chat on. So hopefully the language is not egregious. So we're running 47% brake bias, 10 on the combined stability control. Very high number. And during the race, that the brake bias will probably go down to 46. Traction control, I don't know if I'm going to change that or not. So it's running on car 7. And
30 minutes. The air temp is 65 Fahrenheit.
and I got all my fuel in. And that was...
Yeah, mic check, please.
Follow car number 1.
So have a good race, guys.
We can't hear you, Ben.
Just hoping for a decent race here.
Alright, Dwayne, be ready. Go, go, go.
And I was ready for the start there.
Car right. Still there. We think P6 has gone off in La Source. Still there. Hold your line. He's still there.
Now,
Still there.
is he gonna lift?
Right side's clear.
Alright.
Good start.
And I've done that in practice. Oh, watch it, guys. Very easy to do there on cold tires. Alright, so we've made a good start. Now can we convert? Cold tires. All right. Let's see how Gary goes about things. And Peter from race 2 is in the lane.
Well done, Dwayne. This is great. Come on, keep nailing those exits. P5.
If I can pull away a little bit, that will do my confidence some good. Marcus long running the Puhan. Gary made a little bit of time up, a half a second.
Okay, Dwayne, the next car is Polar. The leader has just done a 234.00.
I am much better in the bus stop than he is, though, so...
Sector 1 is 0.39 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace. Sector 3 is 1.2 off the pace.
So I'm definitely getting the acceleration out of the corner. Better corner speeds, but the BMW pulls away on the faster sections. And Daniel
The gap to Polar ahead is now 0.8.
we had some issues with Daniel in one of the races. So let's see if he has learned anything.
Slow in, fast out. Keep the inside line covered. He's faster than you into La Source.
I may let him go by.
Left side. Clear left.
I made a conscious decision to let
Bad luck,
him go
Dwayne.
by.
Come on, don't let him get away.
Because, as you saw, he was determined to pass. And he drives aggressively, so I don't trust his driving. So I'd rather just let him go, drive my own race.
6th place.
I think that's the smart move here. I'm a little bit quicker than Gary. Daniel is definitely getting on up the road.
Gap to
so
Griffith ahead is now 2.1 seconds.
we've made the smart move there, not fighting him.
You're pulling away from the guy behind. The gap's now 3.2. The car ahead is Marco.
Now Daniel hit the wall back there. These cars are tough, but that was a similar thing to what he did in the last race. He's great at overtaking, but he's also bad at overtaking because he wants to overtake everybody. Probably has a 4X now.
That's 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes.
And I may enact the same strategy. Let him go.
Defend hard. Make them work for it. They're faster than us into Bruxelles. Car left. Still there. Clear left.
My corner.
Car right. Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Still there. He's still there. He's still there.
Well, I will
Hold
say,
your line.
he is racing me a little better right now,
Still
but we'll
there.
see what he does up here.
Still there. Clear right. You'll need to slow down if you don't want a penalty. On your left, clear left. Left side, clear left. Car left, clear left.
I saw that one coming a mile away. That's okay. Trying to go plus right now. Once again, he may be on 8X already. All right.
The gap in front is now 1.0.
We got Gary and Eduardo. And once Matthew, if he gets up here, there's a gap.
The guy behind's catching. The gap's now 0.8.
So Daniel's got really good pace.
Car left. Still there. He's still there. He's still there. Still there. Hold your line. Clear left. P8. Car left.
Now I may be
Hold your line.
up here.
Still there. Clear left.
A little close there, buddy. Part of that could be netcode for the record. Let's keep that in mind.
The gap in front is
Luckily,
increased to
0x.
1.3.
He might have gotten a 4x there. But I do think the Beamers, now that I've done 3 races here, is the better car for this. I think the Porsches have a slight disadvantage. And it's in the straight line areas. Here in Sector 2,
Okay, Dwayne, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. That's half distance. Fuel levels are fine.
now I have no pressure behind.
Incident in Stavlo.
Okay. I wonder if Eduardo ran off the road.
Left side, clear left.
Nope.
Car right, clear right. Sweet pass, mate. Car right. Right side's clear. We need to slow down and give back some time. B9. You'll need to slow down a bit if you don't want a penalty. Sure, I took the slow down there. Well, at least we're trying, right? We're trying. But I'm going to lose about 3 seconds to 10th on that. The gap in front is increasing. It's now 4.0.
All right, now can we preserve 9th? That's going to be the question. Drive clean for the rest of the way for SR. Now, can we chase him down? An 8th place would be magnificent.
There's an incident in the chicane. It looks like it's Griffith.
Surprise,
Yellow flag. Watch out.
surprise. Mr. Griffin, overdriving his car again.
Eighth place.
He's in the lane. So Eric gained about 2.5 seconds on that lap.
The gap in front is now 3.1.
And I don't know where 6 is. So I don't know if we're gaining 1 or 2 spots. We'll find out. Or 5th for that matter. Whoa, slow down, baby. Don't go off the road right now. I need you to stay on the road.
Okay, Dwayne, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
Okay, so that's going to be 4 laps. At least 3.
You've got half your fuel left.
So, I can keep it sensible. This will be good.
There's an incident in the chicane. We think it might be Polar.
Okay, what has happened up here? I see some brake smoke. Alright, so Eric just chipped away another second. Alright, good concentration required here. Good concentration required here. To pull out
The
some
gap
time.
ahead is now 4.3 seconds.
I don't think I got enough pace for Eduardo. Okay, fronts are sliding a little bit.
Sorry, Josh, I had to slow down.
That was from up ahead.
Yellow flag.
To take you off track there. Thank you for looking at the relative, Marcin. I don't mind a single off track.
There's an incident in the chicane. It looks like Polar.
Okay, the half
Seventh position.
I need to pull some laps now. I must defend 7th.
Brazier is getting closer. The gap's now 2.9. Okay, Dwayne, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. Nail every corner. Let's take whatever chances we can.
I'm gonna lose time there. Brake adjustment has helped. All right. He is much better in La Source than I am. He might get me on the last lap.
Come on, Dwayne. Push, push, push. We can catch this car.
Trying to gain time.
Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
Oh, it's a terrible set of corners. Somehow I put out 4/10 on him. I need to do that one more time. All right, I got to do that one more time.
White flag, last lap. Your lap time was a 2:37.00.
Much better that time out of the source. This is the Porsche 718 Cayman GT4, Heinrich. We're on the last lap, and finally I've had a good race in this series in this car.
The 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
First two have not been very good, so I'm driving like a man possessed to keep 7th. Great little car to drive. Very nimble. Much easier on the tires. Yeah, fingers crossed here too. The BMW M4 GT4 is in this category. 100 kilograms heavier, but much more powerful. Much more powerful. A little bit less downforce than the GT3. The BMW is the car around here. But I have managed to pull out time on 8th when I absolutely needed to. So I just got to make the last couple of corners.
Behind is now 3.0.
And I'll be over the moon with that effort.
We think P2 has gone off in La Source.
Oh, good thing I changed the brake
That's
bias
very
otherwise.
positive, Mark.
All right. Happy boy.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. P7, that's the end of the race. Bad luck, mate.
Thanks for giving me more X points too, buddy. You need to get a few driving lessons. Courtesy driving, that is.
I'm very happy with that effort. Have you seen the paint scheme, Heinrich? Have you seen the new livery? Oh, I'm very happy with that effort. 7th, oh yeah, we're going to get some good IR. Let's see here, was it lap 5? So there's the back. Let me show you the front. That's the front. So the lid is the Tennessee TriStar. That's the state I live in. And you see Maker's Mark, some Jack Daniels, Tennessee Titan. So it's all the local bourbon and whiskey manufacturers, plus the football team and the hockey team. So right here and here are the hockey. Yeah, how's Skippy's going? Oh, I'm really happy with that. There you go. Started 8th, finished 7th in a 27 car field. Get in there. And we had 6X. I am on an A license. I should be okay with that. Getting close to 2 IR. Well, after my last couple of races, I hemorrhaged a lot of IR until this one. So, yeah. it's I've noticed once you get to like 1500 IR in some series, it's really hard to make that next 500. All right, let me cross over to the web page here. And oh, they already have the results up. So let me switch you over to that so you can see what I'm seeing. There we go. And let me click this and this and that and that. We'll do a little pasty paste. And here we go. All right. I got my big championship payoff. 50 championship points plus 48. Now that's comical because my first race yesterday, I went plus 48. My second race, I went minus 48. And then here we go, plus 48 again. Went plus in the ESR, 0.05, right on. 6 incidents. Fastest lap was number 2. But I got some good club points and very good championship points right on to that. Chris Jackson wins it. Matthew with an excellent drive. Even though he had a lot of incidents, 13 incidents. Daniel Griffin got DQ'd at 25, so that's why he lost half a point. So the racing gods giveth and the racing gods taketh. We had a lot of problems with him in race 2. So looking at the rest of it, I'm the only A running it, but it's a great car. I highly recommend it. So, Heinrich, to answer your question, I am hoping to do so because here is the reasons why. One, it's on Sundays, and because of church obligations and all that, the timing may be a little bit more challenging because it's 3 p.m. local. So if it's just church, we good. But if it's a church plus, not so good. So it's a conditional yes. I will tell you the car I'll drive, and it will be the McLaren. It will not be the IT cars. And here's why. Yeah, I really want to. For those on YouTube that are wondering, what we're talking about is the Snail Speed Racing League. Or is it the Snail Speed League? You probably know better than I do, Heinrich. Yeah, so since I have Heinrich here, I'll ask him some questions about the Lambo. Snail Speed. It is the Snail Speed League. It is the SSL. Not only is it secure, not only is it a socket, it's also a speedy snail. Snail Spell League. There you go. On Sundays. So, Heinrich, what do you think about the Lamborghini? What's your opinion on it? Fair enough. But so feels way less twitchy. So I would completely agree with that. I drove the Audi most of IMSA last season. I did drive the Merc a couple times post mid-season patch. The R8 wants to kill you in the faster corners. So your fast sweeping corners, it wants to kill you. Like 130R at Suzuka. Yeah, it wants to kill you. No matter how much wing you put into that, it just wants to kill you. I drove the Lambo testing with Annie. Annie and Larry are the two progenitors of snail racing in the community over there. Very nice human beings. Make sure you hit them up in the Discord. They being the founders, wonderful human beings. Annie streams on Twitch normally 3 times a week. So look up Annie Rabbits, RABBETTS, and make sure you give her a follow. Tell them Gyro sent you over. But I did a setup for Annie in the Lambo. And that was the race where when we did the first charity race at Phillip Island, poor Kevin, because of the netcode delay, he punted me at the Honda corners, that tight right-hander at the beginning of the lap. He punted me purely innocent, but it was so maddening. That was the night where I said, you know what, I'm just going to step away. Because, yeah, I definitely had a little bit of the red mist. For those who are astute, look up red mist in Any Rabbits. And at the same circuit, she had a similar issue where she had put in all that practice and then something bad happened. I had my Phillip Island moment because I was in 6th and I was catching up to 5th driving a car that I normally don't drive. So here's my feelings about the Lambo. 1, you can feel the front end in the Lambo. You can't in the Audi. The Audi is a little bit floaty to me in the medium speed sections. The Lambo, you feel the front end. So if you spin in the Lambo, you know why you've done it. You've overdriven the corner. That's the first thing about the Lambo that I like. Secondly, the sound. Very nice. And the third thing I like about the Lambo is it's a modern GT3 car, sorely needed in iRacing. And it's good that iRacing is competing against Assetto Corsa Competizione and getting both the Lambo and in 2 days' time, the M4 GT3 of BMW. Now, there's 2 minuses to the Lambo. And I'll share this with you, Heinrich, to help you out. The first thing I've noticed about the Lambo you have to do is, if you drive an IMSA race, have you driven at Watkins Glen yet in IMSA this week? Okay. So I'm going to give you a pointer to help you. I've already drove there. That was the first race of the season I did in GTE. But I did note for the GT3s, the Lambo, yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I feel you. The Lambo, right after you stop for fuel, look at your brake bias settings and go to the rear, so it'd be a smaller percentage, by 0.5%. It's like getting a brand new car. It drives like a dream once you make that little bit of a brake bias change. If you don't make that change, the last, I would say, 7 to 8 minutes, similar to the Audi, because the Audi did it too, the front end just wants to push on your low to medium corner. So you hit the brakes, and because the brake bias is still too forward, it just wants to lock up. That's the first thing about the Lambo. You have to tweak the brake bias. The other thing that I found very interesting is when I did the simulation run at Phillip Island, I looked at the tire temperatures. Normally, your fronts run, and I'm going to use both metric and imperial for those watching the video after, is 5 to 10 degrees Celsius warmer than it is in the rears. So for Fahrenheit users, you're looking at about 20 Fahrenheit, roughly converts to 10 C delta, and then 5 Celsius is right at about 10 or 11 Fahrenheit delta. In the Lambo, if you don't drive the fronts hard enough, the rears will be hotter than the fronts, which is very interesting. Like the Lambo invites you to drive it aggressively, which is very odd for the GT3 cars here in the service, because you do VRS Sprint, for example. The whole thing of tire management is, oh, I got to preserve the front tires. I got to preserve the front tires. But in the Lambo, it felt a little bit different. So that surprised me. So Heinrich, you're doing Skippy. What else? What else is on the itinerary? You're doing. Where is VRS Sprint at? Is it at Spa? Yeah. Yeah, I think for VRS at Spa, I think the Lambo will be good. I think the Lambo will be good. The alternate car, I think, is the McLaren. The Ferraris are going to do very well in the second sector. Oh, race starting. Heinrich, good luck to you, sir. Enjoy yourself. Thanks for stopping by. And that is the great Heinrich Steenmuller. He came by, one of the denizens of the snail community. Hope you having good luck in his Skippy race there. And wish him the very best. So, let's have a first look at the championship. So, in GTE, right now we are at 52 points. So we're in 10th, which is awesome. Now, Lars and Theophile and Pablo, I believe they were all in my race. Stephen in 7th may have been as well. But notice Lars is already hammering it. He's trying 5 starts, a couple of wins, 4 top 5s. You know he's hardcore GTE IMSA. So He's already done 111 laps, so that is 4 complete, because 26 or 27 laps. Yeah, he's getting after it. Ethan Irons did it once, won it, and said, "Peace, I'm out for the week." Respect. Sean Donald, 32nd to 9th. Let's not discount that. And then yours truly hanging in there at 52. I'm tied with Brendan, and Bo's right behind me. So pretty happy with the starter. Now, let's look at that Michelin Pilot Challenge, because our race just now was huge for the championship. We only had 17 championship points. It's now dropped. We're at 50. As you see, I've done 3 starts. I've been getting it in there, putting in some time. But 50 points, we're on page 1. A lot of people race this. So let me show you where 17 was. 17 was down here in 34th. So that was big. Now, when you look at this, you have the big win here. I may have been from earlier today. I need to pick up my average finish a little bit. I got lucky because of the big split. But Gary was in our race. Carl was in race 1. So pretty happy with that. All right, let's go have a look at the Le Mans Series, which is no longer the Le Mans Series. It is the European Sprint Series. And let's see what's going on there. So only 11 people have done it so far, but keep in mind, on the weekend, this will grow out. So Antoine Ketten with a big 103. I think once I race this, if I can get up here, I'll be all right. It is at Sebring, so be aware of that. But anyway, we've gone plus in both categories. I'm stoked about that. We're going to end the stream now. I'm going to get some dinner, and then I need to do some practice, because now we got our big result in Michelin Pilot Challenge. We got our good result in the IMPC Online Sports Car Championships. Now we need to work on Sebring. So take care, everyone. Make sure you take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Bye for now.